The great space station floated silently above a swirling blue and green planet. It was called the Celestial Academy, a place where young beings from many different worlds came to learn together. This was the future, where many species shared knowledge and friendship. But for Liam Cross, a teenager from Earth, it was also a place of new challenges. Liam looked out of the large window of the shuttle as it docked with the station. He felt a mix of excitement and nervousness. Earth was far behind him now. He had never been so high above any planet before. The stars around the station looked brighter and closer, but Liam's mind was full of questions. Would the other students accept him? Would he be able to keep up with their strange ways? The Celestial Academy was famous throughout the galaxy. It was the first school where many species studied side by side. Aliens with blue skin, others with many eyes, some with wings, and many more kinds Liam had never seen. Each had their own language, their own customs, and their own special abilities. But humans were new here. Some species were curious, others were cautious. Some didn't know what to think about the humans yet. Liam stepped off the shuttle and took a deep breath. The halls of the academy were filled with sounds he had never heard before, soft clicks, whistles, and words spoken in strange tones. Everywhere he looked, there were students from different planets talking or moving in ways that were unfamiliar to him. As he walked through the corridors, a tall figure stepped into his path. It was a young alien girl with smooth, shiny skin that looked almost like water. Her eyes were large and bright, shining like the surface of a calm lake. She was a Nyari, one of the aquatic species known for their intelligence and grace. "Hello, human," she said softly. Her voice was musical but calm. "I am Virelia. You are new here." Liam nodded, feeling a little shy. "Yes, I'm Liam, from Earth." Virelia smiled gently. "Welcome to the academy. It is different for you, yes?" "Yes," Liam said, honestly. "Everything is so new. I don't know if I will fit in." "Many feel that way at first," she said kindly. "But we all learn, together." Liam felt a little better. It was good to have a friendly face. "Thank you." The academy's headmaster soon gathered all the new students in a large hall. From his place on a raised platform, he looked at the crowd of young beings with many eyes and many colors. His voice was strong, but kind. "Welcome, students, to the Celestial Academy," he said. "Here you will learn not only about science and technology, but about each other's worlds. The future of the galaxy depends on cooperation and respect." He paused and looked toward the humans. "Humans are new here. You have great potential, but you must show the galaxy what you can do." Liam listened carefully. He felt the weight of the headmaster's words. He wanted to make his people proud. He wanted to prove that humans could be brave and kind even in strange places. After the meeting, Liam found himself in a class filled with many species. They were learning about space navigation, alien cultures, and even alien sports. The teacher was a friendly creature with 6 arms who spoke slowly so everyone could understand. During the break, Liam watched the other students. Some played a game with floating spheres that changed colors when touched. Others practiced strange movements that looked like dances but were actually tests of balance and strength. Then he noticed Virelia again. She was near a large pool filled with sparkling water that seemed to glow softly. The pool was deep, much deeper than any swimming pool on Earth. It was designed for Nyari students, who could hold their breath underwater for a long time and move with grace and speed. Virelia stepped carefully to the edge and looked into the water. Liam was curious but also worried. The pool seemed strange and dangerous for someone like him. Suddenly, one of the Nyari students called out to Virelia, "You must try the deep dive today. Show us you are strong." Virelia's eyes widened. She looked unsure. I am not ready." But the others laughed softly. "Do not be afraid, it is the test of honor." Liam saw the fear growing on her face. She took a deep breath and stepped forward. The water was cold and deep. Virelia slipped in smoothly, moving her arms like a fish. But as she went deeper, her movement slowed. She did not look confident. Liam's heart began to beat faster. He wished he could help her but did not know how. The pool was designed for Nyari, not for humans. If she got into trouble, could anyone save her? He watched as Virelia struggled slightly below the surface. Suddenly, the lights around the pool flickered. A quiet alarm beeped. Something was wrong. Other students stepped back, unsure what to do. Teachers rushed toward the controls, but the safety systems were failing. The water currents grew stronger. Liam didn't hesitate. Without thinking, he moved to the poolside. His training in earth swimming clubs took over. Even though his lungs could not hold breath like the Nyari's, he knew he had to try. The other students gasped as Liam climbed over the edge and dived in after Virelia. Underwater, the world was strange and dark. Liam's eyes stung, but he pushed forward, following the shape of Virelia's glowing body. The currents pulled at him, but he fought to reach her. This was the moment that would change everything. Under the calm surface of the deep pool, everything looked strange and quiet. Liam could hear only his own breathing in his ears, even though the water surrounded him. The pool was deeper than any ocean he had ever swum in, and the light was soft and blue. Strange plants and glowing stones decorated the walls, making the water feel like a different world. Liam's heart beat fast. He had never dived this deep before. His lungs burned, but he ignored the pain. All he could see was Virelia, floating and drifting below him. Virelia's usually graceful movements had slowed. Her eyes were wide, filled with fear. The water was pressing down on her, and the strange currents made her lose control. She was trapped. Liam reached out and grabbed her arm gently but firmly. "I'm here," he whispered, even though no one could hear him underwater. Virelia's eyes met his. For a moment, surprise filled her face. She did not expect a human to come to her rescue. But now, she felt a small hope. Liam began to swim upward, pulling Virelia with him. The currents pushed against them, making each stroke difficult. His arms and legs ached, but he kept moving. Above, the pool's surface seemed so far away. Suddenly, the lights flickered again. The safety shields around the pool blinked, showing signs of failure. Without the shields, the water pressure could become dangerous, and the whole system might shut down. On the edge of the pool, the other students and teachers watched in shock. No one dared to jump in. The water was deep and strange, and only the Nyari were trained to swim there safely. The teachers tried to fix the control panel, but the emergency locks slowed them down. "Liam, hold on," Virelia gasped, struggling to stay conscious. "I won't let go," Liam said firmly, though his breath was short. His lungs screamed for air. As they moved closer to the surface, a sudden current pushed them downward again. Liam's grip tightened. He fought hard against the force, his body growing tired. The other students began to panic. Some shouted for help. Others looked frozen, unsure what to do. The headmaster's voice came over the loudspeakers. "Emergency. Protocols are active. The pool will drain in 5 minutes. All students, please move to safety immediately." The water around Liam and Virelia started to swirl faster, like a small storm inside the pool. Liam's vision blurred, but he kept going. For Virelia, it was even worse. Her strength was fading. Finally, Liam felt the cool air above the water. He pushed with everything he had left. Then, with a strong burst, he broke the surface. He dragged Virelia with him. The crowd gasped as Liam pulled Virelia out of the water. Her skin was pale and her breathing was weak. Liam did not wait. He lifted her in his arms and called for help. Medics rushed over quickly. They carried Virelia to the nearby medical bay, and Liam followed, still wet and shaking. He felt the cold of the metal floors through his clothes, but did not care. His only thought was her safety. In the med bay, doctors worked fast. They connected machines to Virelia's body, watching her breathing and heart rate closely. Slowly, color returned to her skin. Her eyes fluttered open. Virelia looked at Liam with a mixture of confusion and gratitude. "You saved me," she whispered. Liam smiled weakly. "I couldn't just watch." The headmaster arrived, his face serious. "Liam, You risked your life today. You showed courage few have in this place. Liam shook his head. I just did what I had to do, but the headmaster's eyes were sharp. Humans are new to the Concord, and your actions will be talked about. Some see your bravery as reckless. Others see it as hope. In the halls outside, news spread quickly. Students from many species whispered about the human who had dived into danger for an alien. Some admired him for his courage, while others questioned whether humans could control their emotions. Virelia's friends gathered around her hospital bed. They looked at Liam with new respect. You have honor, one said quietly. Virelia nodded. You showed me the meaning of friendship. For Liam, it was a strange feeling. He had come here hoping to learn and fit in. Instead, he had done something no one expected. And now, the whole academy was watching. As he sat beside Virelia, Liam thought about the strange new world he was part of. Here, every day would bring a new challenge. But for the first time, he felt that maybe humans belonged here, not just as guests, but as heroes. The day after the pool accident, the academy was buzzing with talk about Liam and Virelia. Some students admired Liam's courage, while others whispered about how reckless humans could be. But Liam did not mind. His thoughts were only with Virelia. Virelia was still resting in the medical bay. Her skin had returned to its usual shimmering blue, and she was breathing normally now. But her large eyes held a new seriousness. She wanted to understand why a human risked so much for her. Liam sat by her bedside, the strange machines humming softly around them. I'm glad you're okay, he said simply. Virelia studied him carefully. Why did you dive after me? Humans are not built for our water. You could have been hurt. Liam shrugged. I don't know exactly. I guess when someone is in danger, you don't think about yourself, you just act. Virelia's gaze softened. On Nyari, we value control and careful thought, but your courage, it is something new. Their conversation was interrupted by the arrival of the headmaster. His face was kind, but serious. Liam, Virelia, your actions have started important conversations here. The galaxy is watching how humans behave among us. He looked at Liam. Your bravery saved a life today, but you must also learn to be careful. Recklessness can cause harm. Liam nodded. I understand. The headmaster then turned to Virelia. And you must be honest about your limits. No one expects perfection. Learning takes time. Virelia smiled faintly. Thank you, headmaster. Over. The next few days, Liam and Virelia's bond grew. Virelia invited Liam to learn about Nyari culture, their ways of thinking, and their love for the water. Liam shared stories of Earth, of oceans and lakes, of human sports and courage. One afternoon, they stood by the deep pool again. The water sparkled in the soft light. Virelia looked at it thoughtfully. I want to try again, she said quietly. But this time, with you. Liam smiled. I'll be there. The academy allowed it. Safety systems had been repaired, and teachers agreed to watch closely. This was not just a test of swimming, but a test of trust between two very different beings. Virelia suited up in her usual gear, sleek and smooth to help her move through water. Liam wore a special human diving suit, designed to protect him from the strange pressure. They stepped to the edge of the pool. The other students gathered, curious and excited. Some still doubted, but most wanted to see what would happen. With a deep breath, Virelia slipped into the water. She moved like a fish, graceful and fast. Liam followed, slower but steady. Together they swam deeper and deeper, the world around them turning blue and quiet. Virelia pointed to a glowing coral structure at the bottom of the pool. It was a place where Nyari students practiced difficult skills. Liam reached the coral and touched it carefully. It was cold but beautiful, shining with light. He looked back at Virelia, who nodded approvingly. As they swam side by side, Liam saw how Virelia's confidence grew. She moved more freely, no longer afraid of the deep. For Liam, the water was still strange, but he was determined to keep up. Suddenly, the pool's sensors beeped loudly. Liam tensed. The safety systems were warning of a small pressure drop, a sign the pool might have a problem again. "Virelia," Liam called. "We need to go up." Virelia nodded quickly. Together, they began to swim toward the surface. The water around them felt heavier, and the currents shifted strangely. They reached the upper level just as a small shock wave passed through the pool. The water rippled violently. Some students gasped, but Liam and Virelia stayed calm. They held hands and moved carefully to the edge. When they broke the surface, the crowd cheered. Virelia smiled brightly at Liam. "Thank you," she said. "You helped me find my strength." Liam laughed. "We helped each other." The teachers came forward, praising their teamwork and courage. The headmaster was proud. "You have shown what true friendship means," he said. "And that courage is not just about strength, but about trust." That night, Liam lay in his quarters thinking. This academy was no longer just a place of learning. It was a place where humans and aliens could come together, not only as students, but as friends. He thought of Virelia, of the deep blue water and the bravery it took for both of them to face the unknown. Liam knew the future held many challenges, but he was ready, because sometimes the greatest strength is the courage to dive into the unknown, together. The news about Liam's dive spread quickly through the academy. Some students called him a hero, while others whispered that humans were reckless and unpredictable. The story even reached the Galactic Concord's communication network, where many species debated what this meant for humanity's place among them. Liam felt the weight of all the attention. He hadn't done anything special, at least not in his mind. He had just saved a life, someone who needed help. But in this new world, where different species watched each other closely, every action carried meaning. Virelia was recovering well, but she still felt tired from the incident. Her family, important members of the Nyari Council, had come to visit her in the medbay. They looked at Liam with a mix of curiosity and respect. Her mother, a tall and elegant Nyari with silver-blue skin, spoke softly. "You risked much to save our daughter. For that, we are grateful." Liam nodded humbly. "I only did what anyone should do." Virelia's father added, "Humans are new to the Concord. Your actions have made us think. Perhaps there is more to your kind than we first believed." Despite the praise from Virelia's family, not everyone was so kind. Some students avoided Liam in the halls. A few whispered that humans were too emotional, too wild to be trusted with delicate diplomacy or important technology. Liam overheard a group of students talking. One said, "Humans act without thinking. It's dangerous." Another replied, "Maybe they don't belong here." These words stung, but Liam held his head high. He knew he had to prove himself in other ways by showing that humans could be strong, careful, and wise. The academy's teachers also debated Liam's place. Some said his bravery was admirable and inspiring. Others worried that such reckless acts could cause accidents. The headmaster called Liam to his office one afternoon. "Liam," he said kindly, "you have great courage, but you must learn to balance bravery with caution. The galaxy is watching, and you represent not only yourself but all of humanity." Liam listened carefully. "I understand, sir. I will be more careful." The headmaster smiled. "Good. Now, show them what humans are truly capable of." Meanwhile, Virelia was thinking about what had happened. She was no longer afraid of the water, but she wondered about Liam's strength and heart. Humans were different from her people, who valued calm and control above all. One day, Virelia invited Liam to join her in the academy's gardens. The plants were strange and beautiful, some glowing softly in the low light. They sat by a pond, filled with crystal-clear water. "I have been thinking," Virelia said. "Your actions changed how many see humans. You showed courage, but also something else." Liam looked at her curiously. "What do you mean?" "You showed kindness. Not just bravery, but care for another being. That is rare." Liam smiled. "On Earth, we say that courage without kindness is not true courage." Virelia nodded slowly. "Perhaps our species can learn from each other." Their friendship deepened. They spent more time together, sharing stories and ideas. Liam taught Virelia about human sports, music, and the importance of standing up for others. Virelia shared Nyari traditions, their deep connection to water, and how they controlled their emotions to think clearly. Their bond became a bridge between two very different worlds. One afternoon, as they walked through the academy's halls, a group of students approached them. Some were curious, others still wary. A young alien with green skin and many eyes spoke first. Liam, Virelia, your friendship is unusual, but we see that it works. You teach us that differences can be strength. Another student nodded. Maybe humans are not so wild after all. Liam felt hope rising inside him. Perhaps this was the beginning of something new, a chance for humans and aliens to learn and grow together. But challenges remained. The Galactic. Concord was a place of peace, but also of rules and careful balance. Not everyone trusted humans yet. Liam knew he would have to work hard to earn that trust. Still, he was ready. Because saving Virelia had taught him something important. Sometimes being different is a gift. And sometimes the bravest thing is to believe in friendship. That night, Liam looked out at the stars from his window. The galaxy was vast and full of unknowns. But with friends like Virelia and courage in his heart, he knew he could face whatever came next. The days at the Celestial Academy passed quickly, but for Liam and Virelia, time seemed to move differently. Their friendship was growing stronger, surprising both themselves and those around them. Virelia, once quiet and reserved, was becoming more open with Liam. She shared stories about the Nyari people, how they lived in underwater cities on their home planet, how they valued wisdom and calm above all else. She explained how every Nyari learned to control their emotions from a young age, so they could think clearly even in difficult times. Liam listened with fascination. On Earth, emotions were often loud and fast, sometimes causing trouble, but also giving strength. He told Virelia about Earth's oceans, about how people learned to swim and dive, about sports where bravery and teamwork mattered most. One afternoon, they sat together near the Academy's observation deck. Below them, the gas giant planet spun slowly, clouds swirling in its colorful atmosphere. "I still don't understand how you humans can act so quickly," Virelia said thoughtfully. "You don't always wait to think. Sometimes you just jump." And Liam smiled. "Maybe that's our strength. We trust our instincts and our hearts." Virelia nodded slowly. "But you also have courage. Not just physical, but something deeper." "That's what you showed when I was drowning," Virelia said quietly. "You risked your life without hesitation." Liam looked away for a moment. "I didn't want to lose you." Their eyes met, and for a brief moment words were not needed. Their friendship soon caught the attention of other students. At first, many were surprised. Humans and Nyari did not usually mix. The Nyari were known for being serious and calm. Humans were known for being bold and sometimes wild. But Liam and Virelia were proving that differences could bring people closer. They worked together on class projects, mixing human ideas with Nyari logic. They practiced swimming in the deep pool, teaching each other new techniques. Liam helped Virelia learn to trust herself, while Virelia helped Liam understand the importance of patience. One day, a group of students from different species approached them. "We have been watching you," said a tall alien with bright eyes. "Your friendship shows us something new, that courage and calm can work together." Another student added, "You teach us that differences are not weaknesses but strengths." Liam felt proud but also humble. "We still have much to learn," he said. Virelia smiled. "Yes, but together we can face anything." The teachers noticed the change too. The headmaster invited Liam and Virelia to speak at a special assembly. "You have become examples for this academy," the headmaster said. "Your friendship is a symbol of what the Galactic Concord stands for: peace, understanding, and strength through unity." The students cheered, but friendship was not just about words. One afternoon, Virelia confided in Liam about her fears. "Sometimes I worry I am not strong enough," she said. "The pressure to be perfect is heavy." Liam put a hand on her. Shoulder. No one is perfect. Strength is about trying even when you're afraid. Virelia smiled gratefully. Thank you, Liam. You helped me believe in myself. Liam realized that helping Virelia had also helped him. He felt stronger, braver, and more certain of who he was. Their friendship became a bridge, not just between two people, but between two worlds. One evening, they stood together on the academy's roof watching the stars. Do you think humans will ever be fully accepted here? Liam asked. Virelia looked up at the sky. I think they already are. Because of you. Liam laughed softly. Maybe that's the beginning. Yes, Virelia said. The beginning of something great. As the stars twinkled above, Liam and Virelia knew their journey was just starting. Together they would face new challenges, learn new things, and show the galaxy the true power of friendship. The peaceful days at the Celestial Academy were suddenly broken. An alarm sounded loudly throughout the station, echoing through the halls. The lights flickered as the emergency systems activated. Students and teachers quickly gathered, but confusion and fear filled the air. Liam and Virelia looked at each other, their faces serious. Something was wrong. Stay calm, Virelia said, her voice steady. Let's find out what is happening. The headmaster's voice came over the loudspeaker. Attention all students. We are under attack by a rogue drone swarm. Please move to designated safe zones immediately. A rogue drone swarm? Liam's heart pounded. He had read about these dangerous machines, old weapons left behind from ancient wars. They were programmed to destroy anything in their path. Liam and Virelia quickly moved with the other students toward the safety zones. The hall shook as small explosions rocked the station. Sparks flew from damaged consoles, but then they heard a cry for help. Over here, a voice shouted from the science wing. Without hesitation, Liam and Virelia ran toward the sound. A group of younger students was trapped behind a locked door, their faces pale with fear. The door was sealed tight. The drone swarm was already damaging the main controls, and the emergency systems were failing. We have to get them out, Liam said. Virelia nodded. I can try to hack the control panel. You protect us. Virelia moved quickly to the door's control panel. Her fingers danced over the alien interface as she worked to override the locks. Liam stood ready, watching the corridors for danger. The drone swarm was closing in. Small mechanical drones zipped through the hallways, searching for targets. Suddenly, one drone appeared, its sensors locking onto Liam. Liam grabbed a metal pipe nearby and swung it at the drone, breaking it into pieces. The noise attracted more drones. Liam, come back, Virelia called urgently, but Liam shook his head. I can't leave them. Virelia's eyes filled with determination. Then we fight together. With a quick signal, Virelia activated a nearby security drone, reprogramming it to defend the students. The drone flew into position, firing small energy pulses that stopped the attackers. Together, Liam and Virelia fought to protect the trapped students. Liam's strength and quick thinking helped him block attacks and clear paths. Virelia's skill with technology and calm mind allowed her to unlock the door. The door hissed open and the students rushed out to safety. Go. Move quickly, Liam urged. They led the group to a secure chamber away from the drones. When the danger passed, the headmaster arrived, his face grave but proud. You both showed great courage and teamwork today, he said. You saved many lives. Liam looked at Virelia, feeling proud but also exhausted. We couldn't have done it without each other, Virelia said. The attack had shaken the academy. The drone swarm was a reminder that the galaxy was not always safe, but it also showed the strength that came from unity. In the following days, the students spoke often about Liam and Virelia's bravery. Their actions inspired others to work together despite differences. The headmaster called a special meeting. The future is uncertain, he said, but we see now that courage and friendship across species can protect us all. Liam and Virelia smiled, knowing that their bond was more important than ever. That night, as the stars shone brightly beyond the academy's windows, Liam thought about how far he had come. From a nervous new student to a trusted friend and protector. And Virelia? She had found not only courage in herself but also in the friendship they shared. Together, they were ready for whatever the galaxy would bring next. Months had passed since the attack on the Celestial Academy. The Academy was no longer just a place for learning, it had become a symbol of hope and unity. Liam and Virelia had grown from friends into leaders, inspiring many students from all species. The Galactic Concord had invited them to speak at the annual summit, a gathering of representatives from many worlds. It was a great honor and a chance to show the galaxy what humans and Nyari could do together. Liam stood nervously behind the curtain, waiting for his turn to speak. Virelia stood beside him, calm and confident. They had prepared their message carefully, a story of courage, friendship, and trust. When their names were called, they walked onto the stage together. The hall was filled with thousands of eyes, from different species, all curious to hear what the human and the Nyari had to say. Liam began. "We come from different worlds. Our bodies, our languages, and our customs are not the same. But we share something important, a desire for peace, and the courage to protect those we care about." Virelia continued. "When I was drowning, Liam saved my life without hesitation. His bravery showed me that kindness can cross any boundary. Together we learned to trust and to be stronger." The audience listened quietly. Many had heard the story before, but hearing it directly from Liam and Virelia made it real. The head of the Galactic Concord rose to speak after them. "Today, Liam and Virelia remind us that the future of the galaxy depends on friendship and courage. Humanity has shown us a new way, a way of hope." After the summit, reporters and leaders came to speak with Liam and Virelia. They asked about their friendship, their challenges, and their dreams for the future. Liam smiled. "I want humans to be seen as more than just newcomers. We want to be part of this galaxy's story, helping and learning." Virelia added, "And we want to build bridges between all species, so that no one feels alone or afraid." Back at the academy, Liam and Virelia were greeted as heroes. Their classmates looked at them with respect and admiration. But for Liam, the greatest reward was knowing he had found a true friend and a new home among the stars. One evening, as they watched the gas giant glowing outside the academy window, Virelia turned to Liam. "Do you remember the first time you dove into the pool to save me?" she asked softly. Liam laughed. "How could I forget? It changed everything." Virelia smiled. "You taught me about courage, and I hope I taught you about patience." "We taught each other," Liam said, "and together, we will keep teaching the galaxy." As the stars twinkled above, Liam felt a deep hope inside him. No matter how different they were, humans and aliens could work together to build a better future, and this was only the beginning.